Jim Simmons on getting laid.
Well, and please understand that it's not just me. This is part of an ongoing conversation with a lot of people in this group that, because of technical difficulties, we can't actually get them all on at the same time. And it's a great conversation, and everybody's got a different perspective. All the way from the guy that talked about Shaft. You remember Shaft in the movies?
Hell yeah, man.
He just walked down the street and somebody would say,
Richard
"Where are you
Roundtree.
going?" "I'm going to get laid," right?
That was in the song.
And yeah,
I'm going to get laid. Or no, that was in the beginning.
and it was true, and he can back that up. This is not bullshit. This is just how life is. And a whole range of reactions that men have, all the way from that to "I don't care, I'm tired, I don't care," to, "Well, what does she think?" You know, I'd be worried about what a woman's reaction is, which is legitimate, especially in this day and age where, you know, we're all in this together. But you made the point that you really learn more about sexuality when it became about your desires, not regardless of a woman's desire, but she was secondary. As long as she's willing to go along, and she undoubtedly got plenty out of it, but it's really about your desire, my desire. All right, y'all got your own, I got mine. And I understand that, you know, that range of perspectives, but it's too easy to fall outside of desire. It's a cop out in a vast majority of cases, and it's easy to do. There's a million excuses. Last night we were talking about this. I think the majority of the time, and for the majority of guys, the reason that we don't pull the trigger, the reason that we're not sexually assertive, is, or at least the reason we give ourselves on the first layer of this fucking onion, is it's not proper. You know, we're all brought up to be gentlemen, to be respectful, to, you know, we're socialized to try to get along and be gentlemen, and, you know, it's just not proper. And that leaves us waiting for the woman to give us some kind of sign. Hell, a sign's not good enough. Mostly, you're expecting her to be sitting there saying, "Yeah, come on, come on, give me some of that." You know, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to fucking happen.
You know, well, it was funny because last night, first off, thank you for putting so eloquently what I said, or putting what I said so eloquently. I can't even fucking talk, because I basically said the guys that want to, like, for me, it was like if a girl wanted to get laid, it didn't matter about all the excuses. I was like going to go for it. Like, if she wasn't the exact thing that I wanted, like physically, if she had some problems, if she had like an asshole vibe or whatever, I was like, oh, okay, well, I think it's available, I'm going to go for it. And that does present some problems. Like, you get to like crazy with your sex life, but you learn, you can always pull back from that. And I think every man should go through that. Every man should go for, like, well, the pussy's there, I'm going to go for it. But you get this a lot with guys where it's like, man, she's not my type, or she's not intellectually, you know, that. Or in the case last night, this girl was attractive. She totally wanted it. But he was like, you know, man, she was a real, like, she was like kind of a bad person. She wanted me, but she was like she's kind of a fucked up human being.
Are you going to move in with her?
But
let's keep this in perspective. I mean, you can allow people number one, don't have to be perfect, and number two, if you're only going to have a passionate affair, you know, if you're only going to have 2 or 3 or 4 dates, how perfect do they have to be?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna say, like, look, don't have sex with what you don't want to have. But if you are focused on trying to learn to get laid, like, you need to have those experiences in your life, and that's gonna be a part of your life. Like, and to think that you can get it from meeting somebody for 20 minutes to 4 dates to 6 months, that you think you're going to really get them, you're not. So
Yeah, who cares? Who cares whether she has family problems or cats or whatever it is you object to? The fuck is the difference for 90 days?
and and also, like, even if you do see a red flag, like, red flags have fucked me, they fucked you up. Like, they fucked us up. Like,
You can get crazy people where you can get hurt.
but the thing is also with that is, like, Jesus Christ, man, you're just hooking up with this person for the night. And that girl last night, like, she was traveling, she's out of town, like, she wanted to be like, oh, I came to Austin and met some dude, and it's conveniently 1 a.m. Wow. Like, there was so much that was perfect to that. But nonetheless, he made the choice that he didn't want to do it, and that's a choice that you got to exercise. But
There comes a point where you've got to be careful, because some of us have the skill level where they get attached, like lamprey eels. They kind of suck on. But most of you don't have that problem. You're not at that level. All right, so don't worry about that. You can lose this girl.
And then the other thing too is like, look, nobody, and this is what we were talking about originally last night when we were eating at that pizza place, that basically, like, guys and pulling the trigger, we have no playbook on that. Everything in our society and culture says, like, be nice to women, be good to them. You should, but you also got to know how to pull the trigger, because that woman is expecting you to pull the trigger. But what we get is just like some sort of communication that she thinks is making sense to us that we don't know, like a batting of the eyelashes, or like her, going like, well, maybe we could hang out at your place. What the fuck does that mean? That doesn't mean I'm going to fuck you, but we're supposed to understand what that means. So at some point, you're going to need to know women. You're going to need to know how to read women, and that's only going to come from, like, experience, like having sex.
You cannot sit there and wait for, come on, give me some of that.
Yeah, you got to go for it.
You're not going to get that.
And the other thing,
it's not going to happen.
The other thing too that we were talking about was that with me, if I went on a date with a woman, it would be pretty common that on that first date I would sleep with her. It would just be, that's kind of like what is even expected. Even if she got into the car or went on that date going like, well, maybe I could hook with this, maybe not, I don't know, I kind of like him. Like, that is the green light for probably sex will happen. And if you don't realize that has happened, or that can happen for you, that means you just haven't had enough experience in it, and you need to make it happen. Now, you don't need to have it be like 70% of first dates end up in sex, but if you have not had that happen and you've had 5 dates with women, then you should be, there is something wrong with your approach, and you are not going aggressive enough in it, and you need to. Well,
assertive enough. Aggressive is kind of a hard term, but you need to be aware of your own desire. You need to be conscious and aware of your own desire and willing to express it clearly. There are more reasons to not have sex. There are more reasons to cop out, to back off, than there are to actually press on. You need to be very clear about your desire, what it is you want, what it is you like about her, what it is you want to get close to. There are a lot of reasons to back off, from being a gentleman to, oh, I'm tired, to, oh, I'm scared.
She sucked. She was an asshole.
I couldn't get it up the last time. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? She's gorgeous, but I don't know. Oh, shit. And we've all been there. You're not by yourself. I guarantee you're not by yourself.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah, you just need to be coming from a place where you can make it.
Yeah, and then it starts to be about, well, she has a bad personality, or I don't like the neighborhood she's from, or her family, or something. Those are excuses.